people traded in the whole of the year. So just because you are an investor does not mean you have to trade. There's a huge difference that comes out in terms of numbers, in terms of investment, in terms of trading. One reason why Indian markets do not go down even if foreign institutions sell. Does it mean Indian markets will never go down? Obviously no. That's not the case. But I'm just saying the volatility in Indian markets has come down thus.
Set in rich intellectual tone. Due to time constraints, we will not have a tea break. As a token of our appreciation and gratitude, may I request our conference chair, Dr. M. Sriram, to present a memento to our chief guest, Dr. Tirthankar Patnaik.
And privileged to the inaugural session of the 13th International Conference on Emerging Trends in Corporate Finance and Financial Markets with the theme Indian Financial Markets Resilient Amid Global Headwinds. Respected Dr. Tirthankar Patnaik, Chief Economist, NSE Limited, Mumbai. It has
we have reviewed scholarly research articles with strong keywords, and we have identified the dependent variable and the independent variables with few control variables such as transaction type, bank category, and the user demographics.
But the role of AI in global citizen, the tracking and preventing
investments in strengthening the education systems. Nowadays, as we saw in the introduction sessions, everything has been digitalized and investments in education systems has also been digitalized. So these investments are getting into picture, and how these investments are utilized for the education sectors for the upliftment of the
huge number of demat accounts that was opened, and so did mention the numbers of the investors that are getting. So the topics or the contents I'll be discussing is the data.
Bring this discussion when somebody wants to invest in an IPO. There's a process of factors they have to do. Then they are investing in it and they are getting.
Precious gesture. It gives for this session, Mr. Ramkumar Sukumar, Director of Finance at Rock Capital, Chennai. Mr. Ramkumar is a distinguished chartered accountant with over 20 years of experience in finance, leadership, professional roles across reputed global organizations.
Pleasure to be here in this campus, and I must say it's a wonderful session, right? And thanks for the warm welcome at the time. Okay, I'll take those inputs for now and digest this and come. And the market, while some of you might not, but origination is, I think I briefly mentioned about I'm pursuing something, a course in our what is improvement. Then it called lean needed for future. Again, some of the students, asked me earlier during the day.
how to answer the stakeholders and what is
There are lending that is happening to transport departments. And
Thank you so much, sir, for that insightful and insightful session. Your perspective on finance transformation, leadership, and innovation have truly provided us with valuable takeaways to reflect upon as we navigate the evolving landscape of global financial markets. Chair Dr. Nand Kishore Shetty to grace us with his insightful reflection on the proceedings of this enlightening session.
Once again, on behalf of my director, conference chair, my faculty colleagues, student volunteers and participants, I wholeheartedly thank Mr. Ramkumar Sukumar for taking us through such an insight in financial market, as well as giving some insights into the industry in which I worked more than 2 decades.
Immense pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Mr. Jyoti Prakash Raut, a seasoned professional in credit underwriting and risk management with over a decade of experience spanning banks, NBFCs.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, a lot of works and experience people are getting out. I have just only 10-year experience in this fintech and credit. So today we will talk about this emerging trends in B2B fintechs. % of our GDP and 25,000 billion credit debt is there, and we need multiple credit institutions like Quidcast to solve these problems, fill this gap. Like we are a fintech and also NBA.
Impact in supply chain, VA is implementing within 5 years.
25,000 crores, billions of dollar business gap is there. If you solve the problems through AI, data is fuel right now. They don't have proper formal data. If AI is gathering this formal data, which will solve a lot of problems, and buyer will be happy to get the credit, which is previously traditionally saying no to them credit. They're not getting formal credits. If they got credit, the business will grow.
Would support cross-border trade as well. Cross-border trade, international trade. If a buyer and seller is in different countries.
Currently we are not doing it. We are first, we are RBI status.
Insightful and engaging session. Your perspectives on credit risk management and financial services have left us with much to reflect on as we think about the evolving dynamics of today's financial world. Dr. Moshini Sengupta to kindly share her reflections on the proceedings of this insightful session.
I know we are all waiting to go for the lunch break, so I will not take much time. It's only that personally it was a very nice, enlightening experience for me to listen to a very young, budding manager in the space of fintech. A lot of personal questions I had. Some of them have been addressed in this session. I'm sure you would like to talk to the person later on, the special guest, the special invitee. So please feel free to talk to him. And especially I enjoyed the answers during the Q&A.
And everyone present here.
PwC India, our esteemed valedictory guest, Dr. Lieutenant Colonel S.N. Prasad, Director, Dr. M. Sriram, Conference Chair and Associate Professor Finance, SDMIMD, Mysore. All the dignitaries to take their seats on the dais. S.N. Prasad, Director, SDMIMD, to do the honors of presenting a floral welcome as a gesture of our respect and appreciation. It is an honor to introduce our distinguished valedictory guest, Mr. Ramakrishnan Subramanian. He has played a pivotal role in managing and structuring major IPOs for renowned companies such as Sansera, Safex Agrochemical and Willis Bangalore.
Good to hear. Good afternoon. Session between Devil and I'm waiting for your certificates on some element of capital markets. You have got a broad sense of how the capital markets are doing, how the economy is doing, how we are kind of progressing as an economy, some of those things. I'm neither an economist nor a politician. Try and focus is a flavor, the way I'm going to structure this simple speech. I've been given 40 minutes. I saw the clock when I started, it was about 2:28, and I'll make sure I give up the time. Right? Is the first about 3-4 minutes, I'll give a broad landscape of the IPOs and how it's evolved. And then I would try to dwell upon how most of you sitting here in this room are going to be advising companies in future if they have to embark on a capital market journey. That will be very relevant for you, right? Let's assume you're going to start advising companies which are IPO bound or likely to hit the capital markets. How would you approach? That will make a lot of sense for you, and that's what I do today. Happy to have more professionals join me around this. So we'll cover that portion of it. And generally what happens after listing just to kind of give or put it in perspective is just like spinning a coin in the center of a pitch for a cricket match. That's not the match. The match is played after. So listing is only a ringing of the bell. Just like we spin the coin in the middle of the pitch, the management goes, rings the bell at 9 o'clock, 9:15, the stock gets listed in the stock exchange, but the life starts after that. So how do you make sure you get ready for that life? So broadly, this entire life cycle of trying to move the company from a private company or a promoter-driven company to a public company and then a listed company, and to stay and win the life of a listed company by improving the market cap of the company. And that's what all companies want to do. No one wants to do listing for charity. Done this 8 or 10 things which I spoke about and got the company ready. What's the next step? The next step is to get the bankers and lawyers and get an IPO done. Because the bankers or the lawyers are the people. Lawyer prepares the document, banker underwrites the document, and he sells up this company to the prospective investors. He was a CFO. We had to take them for IPO, and we figured out that some of the resolutions in 1987 were missing. So when the lawyers came and asked, sorry, we don't have the resolution. They said, if you don't have the resolution, then we can't qualify. Then we'll have to qualify the DRHP, and this is a problem. Activity where you can do it over the weekend or in post office hours. It's a full-time activity. So you need a dedicated project team to manage the IPO, because the lawyer defined the why an IPO, prepared the organization on various elements. Now we have also project managed the IPO and stitched this document called the DRHP together. Now we are going for filing. We file, SEBI has given the approval, all of us are ready for ringing the bell, and we become a listed company. Reporting. So your life is not 50 years, your life is only 3 months. 3 months you do well, you are given a renewal for the further 3 months. Again you do well, further renewal for 3 months. So you live that kind of a life. So what are the things you do? So post listing, what we do is 3 or 4 things. It's not enough if you post on a regular basis. And how do you do that? There's something called a sell-side coverage. So there are brokers who write specific research reports about the company. New investors keep coming to the cap table. I want to invest in this company. I want to invest. Oh, stock is higher, it's okay, I'll put. Here it's higher, I'll put. That's how the market cap of the company goes up. Listing journey. So what I wanted to cover is from a dream of a promoter-driven company to a listed company, various aspects or steps professionals can advise a company. That's what I wanted to cover. All of you, very good luck in your career.
Good afternoon, you. I sincerely hope 2 days you had a rewarding time. I could go through the presented paper titles, and many of them are from the area of fintech and new areas. And very happy that so many scholars have presented these papers. I wanted to, I'll take very less time. I wanted to put few thoughts in your mind. India is going through a very, not just based on YouTube videos and all that, it's actually going through some transformation. You see, there are some few foreign companies, reputed foreign companies, whose Indian arm or the Indian operations are now bigger than their parent. Into is in of areas where technology is hardly any IPOs. All are privately owned companies in solar cell technology. Now you see, Wari Energy is one of the best performing listed companies. If we stop exports to your country to zero, still we can survive, and not only survive, we can thrive well. That is the kind of confidence India is showing. And optimal dependency on foreign capital is needed. Foreign capital is needed when foreign capital is needed, when we want to show that whatever you put here will give you 5 times the returns, are one of the best indicators of a thriving market and a thriving economy. So it's a sort of a happy occasion in India to see that so much internal consumption is taking place, so much foreign capital is flowing in, and in spite of the turmoil which is taking place because of the tariffs starting from April this year, being here, and we look forward to seeing you again, and have a nice day.
As a token of appreciation and gratitude from the SDMIMD fraternity.
Day we have witnessed a rich exchange of ideas